Today is day 2 of trying to be happy. I made a schedule. I told y'all I was going to, and I did. Ironically, today is the outlier, the day I couldn't stick to it. But that's okay. I can have outlier days. The point isn't perfection, the point is rhythm. I'm hoping this schedule will help me be productive, yes, but also give me space for breaks, for meals, for me. The morning walks have been happening for a while now, about a month. Every morning I strap in my 5-month-old son, facing me in the stroller, and we walk. We talk. Well, I talk. We look at the trees. We name the colors. I tell him about the world as if he understands. And for that moment, the world slows down, like I finally caught up to it, like time decided to wait for me. But then I get home. I open the door. And there it is, the piling up chores, the never-ending list that feels like it grows while I sleep, and the overwhelm comes rushing back in. So I've given myself a boundary, an hour and a half to clean. That's it. If I need to, I can push 30 minutes more, but no more than that. Because here's what I've realized. It's not the cleaning that fuels my anger. In fact, cleaning is satisfying. There's something grounding about wiping down a counter, folding laundry into neat stacks, restoring order, even temporarily. No, it's not the chores. It's the living with other people part. It's sharing a home with adults who don't respect my time enough to do simple tasks that would make caring for them easier. And let me be clear, I'm not talking about my children. I'm talking about my in-laws. And here's the truth. I feel resentment. I feel it bubbling up more than I'd like. But I'm also aware enough to admit there are times I'm unfair, because self-awareness matters to me. Honesty matters to me. Open communication. Those are non-negotiables in my marriage and raising my kids in the kind of home I want to build. But here's the kicker. I can't control other adults, and I shouldn't try. What I can do is remind myself of this. This is my home too. I keep this home together more than anyone else. And that is not a burden. Say it again. It is not a burden. Keeping a happy home for my family is not something to resent. It's a privilege that I can, a privilege that I get to. So going forward, that's the work. Not just cleaning the floors, not just cooking the meals, not just managing the schedules. The real work is finding a way to do it without the anger, finding a way to do it without the resentment, finding a way to do it out of love for me, for them, because we deserve that kind of home. I had a conversation today with a friend. She told me about a conversation she had with her friend, and this friend, this person, said she had never once in her life experienced suicidal thoughts, not even close. She couldn't understand them, couldn't wrap her head around the idea. And when I heard that, I thought, how strange, how distant. Because for so many of us, that's not just an abstract concept that's Tuesday morning. That's the drive home after work. That's lying awake at night, staring at the ceiling, wondering what it would feel like to not be here. And yet, for some people, that feeling simply does not exist. And here's the thing. My friend and I, we agreed on something right away. The world is forgetting how to empathize, forgetting how to sit with what we don't understand, forgetting how to imagine pain that doesn't touch us directly. It's like we've lost the art of climbing into someone else's shoes and walking a mile with them. We don't try anymore. We scroll, we judge, we shake our heads, and then we move on. But almost every adult I know is depressed. Not just a little down, not just had a bad day, kind of sad. I mean moderate to severe, living in your bones depression. The kind that makes brushing your teeth feel like climbing a mountain. The kind that makes joy feel foreign, like a language you once spoke but forgot. And I think about my childhood, growing up with two very depressed parents, people who loved me, yes, but who were drowning themselves. And when the adults are drowning, the children pick up the slack. So siblings raise siblings. You pack your own lunch. You teach each other how to ride bikes. You learn to silence your needs because there isn't room for them in the house. And you carry that silence with you into adulthood. And then, as an adult, you realize this is everywhere. It's not just your family, it's your coworkers, it's your friends, it's the stranger you bump into at the store. We are living in an epidemic of quiet despair, and the older generations, they don't call it depression. They call it being tough. They call it pulling yourself up by the bootstraps. They call it fake it till you make it. But I want to ask them, did you ever make it? Or did you just keep faking it until the mask fused to your face? Because I see the cracks. I see the bottled up grief, the anger, the numbness. And I wonder if fake it till you make it is really survival or just denial dressed up as wisdom. And yet, here's where the inspiration comes in, the flicker of light in all this heaviness. Maybe the point isn't to fake it or to pretend we understand things we don't. Maybe the point is to admit it, to admit that we're not okay, to admit that someone else's pain is foreign to us, but we are willing to listen anyway. To admit that empathy isn't natural anymore, it's a practice, something we have to choose, something we have to rebuild muscle for. Because what if, instead of faking it, we practiced feeling it? What if we let ourselves be clumsy and awkward as we stumble toward each other's pain? What if we stopped trying to look whole and instead tried to be real? Maybe then the world wouldn't feel so heavy. Maybe then children wouldn't have to raise children. Maybe then we'd stop living as ghosts of ourselves. I don't know if fake it till you make it is the way to go, but I do know this. We cannot afford to keep forgetting how to empathize. We cannot afford to keep pretending we're fine when we're not. The world is aching for honesty, for vulnerability, for connection, and maybe, just maybe, that's how we make it.